slaughterhouse. Inside the billion-dollar pig butchering empire, you didn't swipe right. You didn't sign up. The message just arrived. Maybe it was a wrong number. Maybe it was a stranger on WhatsApp. Maybe it was a profile on Instagram, LinkedIn, or a dating app. The message was casual, friendly, almost forgettable. "Hey, I think I have the wrong number." Most people ignore it. Some people answer, and for thousands of victims around the world, that one reply becomes the first step into one of the largest fraud machines ever built. The scam has a name: pig butchering. It sounds strange until you understand the metaphor. The victim is the pig. The scammer's job is to fatten the pig before slaughter. But this story is not only about the person who loses their savings, it is also about the person typing the messages. Because in many cases, that person is not sitting in a bedroom somewhere working alone. They may be trapped inside a guarded compound in Southeast Asia. They may have been trafficked. They may be watched by armed men. They may be forced to scam strangers for 16 hours a day. This is the part of the story that makes pig butchering different. There are victims on both sides of the screen. On one side, a lonely retiree, an engineer, a parent, a widow, a person looking for connection. On the other side, someone who may have answered a fake job ad and ended up imprisoned inside a criminal city. And behind both of them is the machine, the compounds, the money launderers, the militias, the shell companies, the crypto wallets, the businessmen, the sanctioned networks, and the governments now trying to catch up. To understand how this became possible, you have to start with the scam itself. Pig butchering does not work like a normal scam. There is no immediate threat, no fake police officer, no urgent demand, no countdown clock. The entire operation is built on patience. The first message is designed to feel accidental, a wrong number, a mistaken identity, a match that should not have happened. The stranger apologizes, then keeps talking. At first, nothing feels suspicious. They ask about your day. They send photos. They talk about food, travel, family, work. They seem attentive. They seem successful. They seem emotionally available. And most importantly, they do not ask for money. Not at first. Days pass, then weeks, sometimes months. The relationship becomes part of the victim's routine. Good morning. Good night. How was your meeting? Did you eat? I was thinking about you. This is not a rushed con. It is emotional engineering. The victim is not being panicked. They are being conditioned. Then, slowly, the conversation changes. The stranger mentions investing, usually cryptocurrency. They do not present it as a sales pitch. They present it as an act of care. I want you to benefit too. I don't tell many people about this. My uncle works in finance. My mentor showed me the platform. The victim is sent to a website or app that looks real. It may have price charts, customer service, account balances, verification screens, even fake live trading data. The victim deposits a small amount. The platform shows a profit. Then comes the key moment. The victim is allowed to withdraw. Maybe a few $100s, maybe a few thousand. The money arrives. The system has proven itself. Trust becomes certainty. Now the victim deposits more. Savings, retirement funds, home equity, loans, money borrowed from family. The fake account balance grows. The victim thinks they are winning, but there is no investment, there is no trading, there is no profit. There is only a screen controlled by criminals. Then comes the slaughter. The victim tries to withdraw. Suddenly, there is a tax, a compliance fee, a verification hold, an anti-money laundering review. One more payment is required, then another, and finally, silence. The platform disappears. The stranger stops responding. The money is gone. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, cryptocurrency investment fraud has become one of the costliest categories of online crime reported by Americans. But when investigators followed the money, they found something larger than individual scammers. They found an industry, a network of compounds stretching across parts of Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. The geography matters. The center of the story is Southeast Asia's borderlands, places where government control is weak, where armed groups, casinos, organized crime networks, and special economic zones have overlapped for years. One of the most important areas is the Thai-Myanmar border. Across from the Thai town of Mae Sot sits Myawaddy in Myanmar's Cayenne state. From the outside, it looks like a border trade town. But around Myawaddy are places that have become infamous in investigations into online fraud and human trafficking. KK Park, Shwe Kokko, Yatai New City, compounds near the Moe River. These are not small backroom operations. They are built environments, apartment blocks, office towers, perimeter walls, checkpoints, security posts, internet infrastructure, dormitories, casinos, hotels, entire neighborhoods repurposed for crime. In Myanmar, many of these locations sit in areas influenced or controlled by armed groups. One of the most important is the Karen National Army, or KNA. In May 2025, the U.S. Treasury sanctioned the KNA, its leader, Saw Chit Thu, and two of his sons. Treasury accused them of facilitating cyber scams, human trafficking, and cross-border smuggling. This is where the story becomes more specific. Saw Chit Thu was not just a name in reporting. He became a sanctioned figure. The KNA was not just rumored to be involved, it became a sanctioned organization. And Shwe Kokko was not just another border town. Treasury described it as the headquarters of the KNA and a major hub for scam activity. Inside Shwe Kokko is Yatai New City. Treasury says Yatai New City was created by Shwe Zhijiang and Saw Chit Thu. Shwe Zhijiang is a Chinese-born businessman who built gambling and development interests across Southeast Asia. He has been widely reported as a central figure behind the Shwe Kokko project. Treasury says he was arrested in Thailand in 2022 based on an Interpol Red Notice issued by China. That distinction matters, because this is not mythology, it is a paper trail. From Myanmar, the map expands south and east. Cambodia became another major center. Sihanoukville, once known as a coastal resort city, was transformed over years by casinos, real estate development, and Chinese investment. In 2025, the most dramatic Cambodia case came into public view. One name appeared across DOJ filings, Treasury sanctions, and international headlines. Chen Ji, also known as Vincent, founder and chairman of Prince Holding Group. In October 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice unsealed an indictment in federal court in Brooklyn, charging Chen Ji with wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. The charges allege that he directed Prince Group's operation of forced labor scam compounds in Cambodia. The indictment says people held against their will inside those compounds were forced to carry out cryptocurrency investment fraud schemes. At the same time, the United States filed a massive forfeiture action involving approximately 127,271 Bitcoin. At the time, the Bitcoin was valued at about $15 billion. The DOJ described it as the largest forfeiture action in the department's history. Chen Ji has been charged. He has not been convicted. That sentence matters, but the allegations are extraordinary. The government alleges a business empire that appeared legitimate on the surface was connected to forced labor scam compounds, online investment fraud, and money laundering. Treasury went further. On the same day, OFAC sanctioned 146 targets connected to what it called the Prince Group transnational criminal organization. FinCEN also finalized action to cut Cambodia-based Huione Group off from the US financial system, describing it as a critical node for laundering proceeds from cyber heists and pig butchering scams. This is how the money moves. A victim sends dollars to a crypto exchange. The money becomes cryptocurrency, often stablecoins, sometimes Bitcoin, sometimes Ethereum or other assets. Then the funds move, wallet to wallet, account to account, platform to platform. Some funds pass through services designed to obscure the trail. Some move into marketplaces, some into shell companies, some into real estate, luxury goods, casinos, and legitimate-looking businesses. At the beginning of the chain is a victim staring at a phone. At the end is a criminal network trying to turn stolen money into clean wealth. And in the middle are the workers. The United Nations Human Rights Office has described this as online scam operations linked to trafficking into forced criminality. The recruitment pipeline is simple. A fake job ad appears online. Customer service, translation, sales, marketing, tech support, good salary, free housing, travel arranged. For someone in debt, unemployed, or trying to support family, it can look like a way out. Instead, it becomes a trap. Workers arrive in Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, or Myanmar. They are transported across borders. Their documents are taken. Their phones are monitored. They are told they owe money for travel, lodging, and recruitment. Then, they are placed at computers and ordered to scam. Some are assigned romantic identities. Some impersonate investors. Some pretend to be customer support. Some maintain dozens of conversations at once. If they fail to meet quotas, survivors have described beatings, confinement, threats, and resale to other compounds. The UN Human Rights Office cited credible estimates that at least 120,000 people in Myanmar may be held in situations where they are forced to carry out online scams. In Cambodia, the estimate was at least 100,000. These are estimates, not confirmed counts. But even if the estimates are imperfect, the scale is staggering. This is not a scam crew. It is forced labor at industrial scale. The third major location is Laos, specifically the Golden Triangle Special Economic Zone. This is near the point where Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand meet along the Mekong River. The zone is home to the King's Romans Casino. Years before pig butchering became globally known, the US Treasury had already sanctioned the Shwe transnational criminal organization, which it said was involved in drug trafficking, money laundering, bribery, human trafficking, and wildlife trafficking. The physical geography of the scam economy did not appear from nowhere. It grew in places where casinos, weak oversight, money laundering, trafficking, and transnational organized crime had already taken root. The scam compounds are the digital update to an older criminal infrastructure. Casinos became call centers, hotels became dormitories, border towns became platforms, and romance became a weapon. By 2024 and 2025, the pressure on governments increased. The FBI launched Operation Level Up in January 2024. Instead of only waiting for victims to report losses after the money was gone, the FBI began identifying active victims and contacting them while the scam was still happening. By late 2025, the FBI said it had notified more than 8,000 victims and estimated hundreds of millions of dollars in prevented losses. At the same time, blockchain analytics firms became part of the fight. Chainalysis launched Operation Spincaster with public and private partners. The goal was to use blockchain tracing to identify compromised wallets, track funds, and help law enforcement and exchanges disrupt active fraud. This is the strange paradox of cryptocurrency crime. Crypto makes it easy to move value across borders quickly, but blockchains can also leave trails. Investigators can follow transactions in ways that would have been impossible in older cash-based systems. The problem is speed. Scammers move fast. They use layers. They create new wallets. They shift platforms. They exploit weak jurisdictions. In April 2026, The DOJ's Scam Center Strike Force announced a major action against Southeast Asian scam centers targeting Americans. The action included charges against 2 Chinese nationals, the restraint of more than $700 million in cryptocurrency, the seizure of a Telegram channel allegedly used to recruit trafficking victims, and the takedown of 503 fake investment websites. And still, the system adapts. Reuters reported in June 2026 that Amnesty International found many Cambodia scam centers remained operational despite crackdowns. The Cambodian government rejected criticism and pointed to enforcement efforts. That tension is central to this story. Governments say they are acting. Investigators and human rights groups say the response is still not enough. Both things can be true. Some compounds are raided, some workers are released, some buildings are demolished, some assets are frozen, some suspects are charged. But the machine is not one building. It is a business model. And now the business model is evolving again. Artificial intelligence is changing what these scams can become. In the early days, every fake relationship required human labor. Someone had to write each message, remember each detail, maintain each character, manage each victim. Now, AI can help generate text, translate messages, create fake profile images, clone voices, produce deepfake videos, analyze emotional responses, detect hesitation, adapt the script. The old warning signs are disappearing: bad grammar, odd phrasing, inconsistent details. These used to be clues. AI can remove them. That means the next generation of pig butchering may require fewer workers, to target more people in more languages with more convincing identities. The scam will feel less like spam, more like a relationship, less like a fake website, more like a financial ecosystem, less like a stranger, more like someone who knows you. And that is what makes this so dangerous. Pig butchering does not exploit stupidity. It exploits trust. It exploits grief. It exploits loneliness. It exploits ambition. It exploits the desire to be seen. The criminals behind this industry understood something uncomfortable about human nature. People want connection. People want hope. People want to believe that a chance encounter can change their life. And sometimes it can. That is why the scam works. Because the lie is wrapped around something real. A real need, a real vulnerability, a real conversation, a real emotional bond. Even if only one side is free to feel it. For the person losing money, the damage is financial and psychological. Victims have lost homes, retirements, marriages, inheritances, businesses, and years of savings. Many do not report because they feel ashamed. But shame is exactly what the criminals rely on. They need victims to stay silent. They need families to blame the person who was manipulated. They need the public to think only foolish people fall for this. That is false. Educated people fall for it. Technical people fall for it. Careful people fall for it. People with no history of risky behavior fall for it. Because the scam is not built around one bad decision. It is built around hundreds of small, carefully managed moments of trust. For the trafficked worker, the damage is different. They may leave the compound alive but not free. They may return home in debt. They may be treated as criminals instead of victims. They may be traumatized by what they were forced to do. They may carry the guilt of messages they typed under threat. This is the brutal architecture of the industry. It turns victims into weapons. It turns connection into extraction. It turns borderlands into factories. It turns human attention into a commodity. And it turns the phone in your hand into the front door of a global criminal economy. So when the message arrives, it will not look like a crime scene. It will look ordinary. A wrong number, a friendly face, a person who seems kind, a person who listens, a person who tells you that you deserve better. Then one day, they mention crypto, an investment, a platform, a secret opportunity. That is the moment to stop. Do not argue. Do not confront. Do not send more money to unlock money you already sent. Do not pay taxes, fees, or verification charges to withdraw funds from a platform recommended by a stranger. Save the messages. Save the wallet addresses. Save the website. Report it. Because somewhere behind that message may be more than a scammer. There may be a compound, a guard tower, a trafficked worker, a money laundering network, a sanctioned militia, an indicted businessman, a shell company, a crypto wallet, a system designed to disappear before anyone can reach it. The message begins softly. The damage does not. The pig is not always fattened with greed. Sometimes it is fattened with kindness. And somewhere, right now, another phone lights up. Another stranger says hello. Another conversation begins. And the slaughterhouse starts again.